Hey everyone, welcome to our first podcast. I'm here with my lovely girlfriend, Mena.
Right.
I'm T. We decided to start a fashion podcast just because we just have a lot of private conversations about fashion all the time, as well as in our creative lives, it kind of lends itself to fashion all the time. So we figured why not just bring it into the form of this podcast so we can just talk about it and bring it to the world. We plan on having our friends within the fashion community and the creative community on just to give their takes on fashion, as well as how they got started within the creative space. I guess we should just kind of start off by like, what are you wearing today, my love?
I have on some vintage Italian leather boots that I found on Depop, which I'm super excited about. I call them my witch shoes, but I've been looking for a pair of shoes like this for like 3 years now, and I found the perfect pair. Shout out to the girl that sold it to me on Depop. You're amazing. Thank you very much. For my top, I got this from Amazon actually. My belt is Forever 21. And my pants, which, wow, I'm really mad that I don't know the brand of these, but I bought them off a Doll Skill. It's a collaborative pair, and that's really making me mad that I don't know the name of the pants. And now I'm just like, let me go hide in the corner and like reverse. We'll get back to this, but I get a lot of questions about if the person on the pants is Lil Nas X. It kind of looks like him, but it's not. I think they're really cute. I live in Texas, and it's a black man on a horse. Giddy up, riding like a cowboy.
What about your purse?
And my bag, she's vintage. I found her at the thrift store, and she is a Nine West bag. It's very Y2K, very 2000s. I like the hardware on it and the leather. The straps are impeccable for as old as it is. So this is like an everyday bag that I wear all the time. I gotta stay fresh with the jewelry. I love gold. It's my thing. I always have this bracelet on. It has my nickname and my last name, and got my rings on my fingers. So yeah, that's my fit.
Nice. It looks
Thanks.
great on you.
Thanks so much.
I'm a really big fan of those boots. That was a really great find. They're very versatile, and they like the quality on them looks amazing.
They are amazing. They're impeccable, and they're dead stock. Never been worn. It's the first person I ever put them in.
That's a good thrift find. Thrift find, never been worn thrift find.
Yes.
Today I am wearing. I guess I'll start from the top. Kangol fuzzy bucket hat. I nabbed this from my aunt's house, my Ding Ding's house in Alabama. It was just like sitting in the room forever. Every time I went back, I kept seeing it, and I was just like, "Can I have this hat?"
Right.
I don't know. Actually, I don't know if I asked. I might not.
You just gotta take it. It's like
I just might have just put it on. And it was like
shopping in your mom's closet.
And this was ages ago. Like this is, I think I was in college when I did this, so that was like 10 years ago.
You have good taste.
10 years ago.
Still in good taste.
9, somewhere around there. Then I have on an Untamed Heart Watch for Smiling Faces shirt. That is a local brand, so shout out to them. Pair of vintage tearaway pants, like breakaway pants, like basketball breakaway pants. I get a lot of compliments on these pants just because they're like candy cane striped and they're different. And then a pair of all black Air Force Ones, but they are the Supreme collab. So, little black Air Force One energy, but make it little razzle, keep it cute.
Yes.
For accessories, I am wearing my reverse FU ring. So, like, if you punch somebody in the head, leave a
little indentation,
little FU indentation.
Oh gosh.
My crown ring, and then my MF Doom mask ring. What else? Then this vintage bracelet that I found also at the thrift store in college. I've pretty much just this little throw-on bracelet. I've had this forever. Heart chain and glad. These are my prescription shades. These are from.
I like when you wear those.
Zenni. I love Zenni. But yeah, that's it for the day. Like little casual chill fit. I like that we got a little coordinate action going on with the reds, but still different. Keep it spicy.
Yes. Very in tune with each other.
I, I will say that I don't feel like we are going with any trend right now either. So I think it's very outfits are very original, very unique. Like the only thing I'll say, like I guess the baggy pant thing going, baggy
I
pants,
don't feel like
boxy
baggy
top.
pants were ever like a set trend. Like I just think it's like something that people just like put on. Like you just like pants that happen to be in that set style. But I feel like baggy pants have been around for like, ages. Like it's like denim or like blue jean jackets.
I wouldn't say that necessarily, just because like even if your pants were big back in like I'll probably say pre-90s.
Wait, we talking about like the 2000s baggy?
No, like I'm
That's a
saying
different
like
type of baggy.
like I'm saying 90s to 2000s, there was like this baggy era, but like prior to
That is
that, if your
true.
pants were big, like you still like creased them and cut them so they like laid on your shoe
Ooh, that
perfectly,
was
and there was like
insane era. Let's
yeah.
not go back to that.
So like in the 80s, like their pants weren't baggy. Actually, they had tight pants in the 80s, 70s. They had big pants, but they were cut, creased, and flared.
Yeah, bell
So
bottoms.
yeah, bell bottoms. So like it looked like they've been here and there. Then of course after going into 2008, that the swag era. I was just thinking about this the other day. Our pants were so tight.
Oh, I
Like
was
so,
wearing like a 0 and skinny jeans. Like
not
that was
even like
insane.
I think like 2008 to probably 2008 to
We were definitely
2018.
in middle school.
Yeah, from like middle school to college. Like, cause I remember in college my pants was skinny.
Yeah, skater boy era.
Skinny pants with some Yeezys. But before that, it was skinny pants with some
The
Vans.
skinny pant with the Yeezys. That sounds really crazy.
But that's the style though. That's what we was on. Like
I always thought that was tacky. For the record, I never thought that was
the
cute.
skinny pants with the Yeezys.
Yeah, with the big shoes and the tiny legs.
Well, Yeezys aren't big though. Are you thinking like Balenciaga, like skinny pants with the triple S's?
That's terrible.
That was a sad time.
That
I never
is a sad
got
time.
Everyone I know that said they had triple S's. They said they were like heavy, like so heavy.
You could really pick that shoe up and like hit somebody with it. It's a whole weapon.
I'm actually like, I'm afraid. I ain't gonna say afraid, but I stray away from like chunky shoes just because I got skinny legs and I feel like they always look crazy on me. Like
Yeah.
I would have to wear like some baggy pants with them just for them to look good, and even still, I'm gonna be like, these joints huge on my foot right now. Like I feel like I'll be like lugging them around. Like,
I love some SpongeBob SquarePants fry cook boots.
like a big boot.
The chunkier the better.
But for women, y'all can wear chunky shoes and chunky boots and stuff like that, and it looks good on you.
I think it depends on the shoe, honestly. And like your body build, because I have friends that are like shorter but have like bigger feet, and they try to wear like big chunky shoes, and they're just like, it just looks they're like, it's just not going with me. But like I feel like when you're taller, sometimes it masks itself a little
For
more.
Sure. Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah.
So I feel like we went on a little tangent right there. Just to see how easy that is for us to start talking about fashion.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm looking forward to that. Like, we definitely gonna have some interesting topics. So in terms of like the fashion community and the creative world, so what exactly do you do within the fashion and creative realm?
Well, I'm a signed model. I'm signed to One Management in LA, and I work with a lot of creatives here in Dallas. I model for my friends. We do fun like collaborative shoots. I'm very creative, so I like the more like editorial, high fashion type shoots, I guess you would say. And I'm looking forward to getting more into like creative directing and styling more myself as well. I feel like a lot of my friends come up to me or text me or FaceTime me, and they're like, Namina, like I'm going out for such and such occasion. Like, I don't know what to put on, and just trying to help them like go through their closets. I think that is kind of cool that they see that in me and trust my vision with the styling. So yeah, I think it's kind of cool that. Yeah.
You said you're a model. Are you going to Fashion Week, New York Fashion Week?
Yes, I am, for the first time. Wait, that's the wrong sound. Wait, I meant to put. Yes. Yeah, I love these little sounds. I think they're cute. But yeah, I'm going to New York for the first time. I'm going with my friend Roxy. We're both signed to the same agency, and I'm looking forward to going out there and meeting new people, seeing the sights, and just getting to experience New York for the art, the culture, and getting my face out there. So yeah, walking a couple shows. If you're looking for a girl, like me, hire me.
I look forward to that. I can't wait for the recap on New York Fashion Week. I know you're gonna have a great time.
Yeah, thanks. So, what do you do? Tell us about yourself.
I am a stylist and creative director, if you would say.
I would say.
um, I really just help people kind of revamp their look and their style, kind of in terms of the creative direction. Just like when they have projects or anything like that, and they're trying to uh I guess round the troops up, or in terms of kind of creating the whole idea and like kind of helping execute it. That's where I come in and kind of do some of the more operations forward type things, and kind of just throw ideas out there and then let their creative mind work. Like, hey, you should probably do this, or let's lean in this way, and knowing that they have the ability to execute that. That's what I really enjoy in terms of the creative direction, and that kind of the stylist stuff kind of goes hand in hand, because it's all about creating an image. That's what really the creative direction is. Like, we're trying to create an image, and trying to push that image, and then how do you dive deeper into it and kind of like dedicate yourself to it for a time, and like create a persona around yourself. And that's like, I think that's the best way to live in the moment, and then like really dive into it. You kind of what's the best way to say it? It's kind of like, it's like on Halloween. Like on Halloween, you when you get dressed up, you kind of assume the role of whatever your costume is for a little bit. Like
Yeah.
you hide your identity, and it's kind of, I kind of treat creative direction the same way. Like you're creating a cute new identity persona for yourself to be more confident in, or whatever, because you're not necessarily I won't say you're not attaching it to yourself, but in your mind you're kind of not attaching it to yourself. You're completely someone else, if that makes sense.
Yes, I agree. Even with like picking out my outfits, like in the morning, my moods vary and therefore my fashion varies. My style, my taste, the way that I put together fits. Like some days I wake up and I'm just like, I just want to be relaxed, like super chill. I'm gonna find me a comfortable pair of sneakers, like coordinating a little short or a top, or some days I want to be more expressive, like with my outfit that I have on today, like wear more bold colors and do more crazy things with like my makeup, my hair, and really just try to tie everything into itself. And I think also with just like styling in itself, I think people tend to forget that like your accessories, your hair, and your makeup also play a really big part in tying in your fits, like making sure that you're trying to not make your fit look just like one dimensional, like adding textures, whether you're wearing like your hat, like the feathers is just like super cool and just gives your fit a little bit more of a pop, and wearing jewelry to help bring out certain colors or make your fit look a little bit more interesting. I love that. More accessories, accessorize.
Absolutely. So would you say every time, like when building an outfit, do you just say every time it changes? It really just depends on like what vibe you're going for. So every time you go in, it's not necessarily like that you start with the shoes or the top. It's just really, well, every
Yeah.
time it's like different. Like sometimes you might start with the shoes, sometimes you start with the pants, or
I don't really have like a method to like styling myself. I guess more so like depending on where I'm going, like if I'm styling myself for a certain event or like I have to wear a certain color, like I'll find things in my closet and be like, okay, like I'm going to wear purple today. Like let me pick out this purple top and then like find whatever goes well with it. But some days, like, I really don't know what I'm wearing, and it's like mass chaos in my closet, in my house, and everything is all mapped out, and I'm trying on different things, and just doing that, like finding different pieces that maybe you wouldn't necessarily put together, like in your head, it looks okay, and then you try it on, and it's just like, ooh, that wasn't it. But then when you try to find different pieces and like mix and match things from your closet, and I don't know, just like try new stuff. Like you won't know what you look like in it until you try it on, and you may like you'd be surprised the things that can go cute together. So just have fun with your outfits.
so I know this is something that you've like kind of um honed in over time and kind of realized that this is what works for me in terms of building outfits and what looks good on my body. So when did fashion like start mattering to you? Like when were you like I want to wear this because it looks good or it makes me feel good, or like I guess you just really identified with a clothing article?
I was definitely in elementary school. I remember like when I could actually appreciate shopping. Limited to, for all the girls that know, you are a baddie. You know what? Limited to was that shop. It was before Justice. It was like the holy grail of stores. It was pink. They had all the like posh little like mauve colors and creams and beiges. It was expensive. So my parents really didn't get me a lot of things from that store. But I remember specifically I got this like corduroy, like mauve pink long sleeve dress, but it was like like it had a little skirt that was attached to it and it was pleated. Oh my God. I wore that thing like 3 times a week. My mom told me she would struggle to like get me to wear other things, but I'm just like, this is so pretty. And the quality, like I was obsessed when I was a kid. Yeah. That was from then on, I was like, I'm hooked. Give me more clothes. Take me shopping. Put me in more outfits.
I think I have several different experiences where I feel like fashion started mattering to me. I think I won't say this one in particular like kicked it off, but like in hindsight, uh, I realized like that was a significant fashion moment. I had these black cowboy boots that my mom had got me,
Yeah.
and and it wasn't even like I was running around like that's what like it's so significant to me. It wasn't like I was running around like I want to be a cowboy and I had like my little cap gun and stuff like that. It was just like I like these boots and I want to wear them with everything. Like doesn't matter what the outfit was. Like pants, I want to wear my cowboy boots. Shorts, I wanted to wear my cowboy boots. And my mom was like so fed up. She's like, Terrence, you can't wear cowboy boots with everything. And I
I'm
was like,
like, why not?
watch me. And I'm like in elementary school,
Why can't I, mom?
like no matter what, I'm gonna at least try to sneak them cowboy boots on one time before my mom
As
tell
you
me to take
should.
them off. And I remember when as a kid, you're growing so fast. Like when you're growing up, you don't even realize you're growing. It's kind of like your parents kind of preemptively like kind of always knew you were growing. So like you were always going to the store, and whenever you bought shoes, your parent bought you shoes. They were like measuring your foot to make sure they were
Yeah.
fit. So you never had a chance to be like, oh, my shoes don't fit no more. Like your parents swapped them out and all that stuff. But there was just one day that I went in there and I tried my cowboy boots on and they didn't fit no more.
Ooh.
I was crushed. But that moment, as well as like my mom always super coordinated, and like she
Shout
always
out to
built
Keisha.
outfit yeah always built
We
outfits
love Keisha.
always built outfits for me growing up. At a certain point, like make sure my clothes match and all that stuff. So when she was like, okay, Terrence, you can dress yourself for school, that's kind of the template I follow. Like, oh, my mom made everything match, so that's what I need to do. As
Mm-hmm.
well as my uncle. Like my uncle was in high school during those times, so like
Ronaldo.
I was in I think elementary school, like going into middle school and stuff like that, and just like noticing what he was wearing when he was going out with his friends, and that was like streetwear during that time. So like during the 2000s, and he had always had the cool stuff like the peanut butter Timberlands or like the diesel shoes. Like in college, that was like I think when he was in college, that was a cool thing. So like the diesel
I think I
shoes,
know which ones you're
or
talking
yeah, like
about. The very European looking ones.
yeah, when you
Yeah.
had to dress business casual to go to the club,
Yo, whoa, that
but
was
he used to
the
dress like
fedoras.
it was no, he didn't do all that.
Okay.
It was more so like uh early Usher type beat,
Usher, Usher.
like uh like suede jacket, like polo shirt,
I
nice
love.
pair of jeans. Like
Yeah.
he was real smooth and cool. But before that, like he always had the platinum FUBU with the Fat Albert on it, and like the dope jeans, like the Jabot jeans, and always had the dope, like always had the Jordans when they came out, and then like the Air Forces, and like Reeboks with the Jelly Soul, or like the
Yeah.
Iversons. Like I just remember all of those memories, and him like he used to get me shoes and give me stuff like that. That's like my one of my fondest, like when I fell in love with shoes. Like he got me my first pair of Jordans. It was the Jordan 12 Flu Games. Like probably my favorite Jordan of all time now, just because of the distinct memory to it, as well as like I remember when Nelly dropped the Air Force Ones video, like I begged my mom, like, can you please give me some Air Force Ones? So like I just have several moments that I was like, fashion mattered to me, and I know like I feel like they all played a part into who I am today because I love sneakers for a certain reason, and I love trying different things for a certain reason
Yeah.
just because of the people in my life and the experiences that I've had.
I feel like I I didn't have a lot of expensive like pieces of clothing, I would say. I would not dress like the other kids.
Absolutely.
And they'd be like, "What do you have on?" Like, I was thrifting when I was in middle school. Like, I came to a class one day, I had on these like brown suede pants, and it had like this like old timey like print on it. And people were like, "Bro, what you wearing?" Like, the silk shirts. But now they think it's cute. And I'm like, you know what? I was ahead of my time. It's all right. They didn't understand, but I did. And that's all that mattered. Like, I dress for myself, and even to this day, I don't really dress for trends. Like, I think certain trends are cool, but there are certain pieces that I'm just like, they're so timeless. And like, I know that they're going to be functional. Number one, I'm going to wear them a lot. And I'm just like, I wear it because I like it, not because it's the hype thing or it's just in, you know?
Did you have any like specific fashion inspo growing up? Like, did you look at certain celebrities or anyone that was like, oh my God, I love the way they dress and like I want to
Oh,
emulate that?
of course. Back gal Riri. To this day, like, fashion icon. Yeah. Growing up, like, I guess when I was able to, I guess, buy my own stuff, like with my own money, and seeing her like blow up and just like the evolution of her style. Yeah, she's a really big fashion influence to me. And what's good? I love her style. I think she's super dope, and she dresses for herself. She does her own thing,
She's
and
super fire.
she is very fire. Her nails, get into it.
I think growing up, like as a kid, of course, like the people in my family, like I had some super fly people in my family, but also from the celebrity side, like um I think we went through like a great era in like fashion and kind of defined a lot of stuff that we like today. But Pharrell, like Kanye, the Clips, all like the whole Bape era. Like I can even say during that weird time, like Soldier Boy, like even if like the time came and went, like I think that pushed it over the edge for a lot of people. I think in my age frame, like for instance, like Pharrell and Kanye and Clips all made Bape popular, but like,
The
but
internet too.
yeah, like they
Yeah.
made Bape super popular, and then like for me, when Soldier Boy came out and he like dropped a song about babes, that kind of really pushed it over the edge for me. And I was like, I gotta get me some. Like,
Yeah.
so I always thought like certain things within that. And then on the sneaker side, I remember I used to follow Wale really heavy. Like in terms of streetwear, he was like always it for me. Uh, I feel like there are a lot of people that I'm probably missing, but I feel like hip hop in general always influenced a lot of what I wore. Like I was always watching 106 in Park and on the sneaker blogs and stuff like that. So I feel like all of that stuff I was intaking, like, oh, and running back to my mom, like, Mom, can you get me this? Or like the pink polo era. Like I was seeing like Kanye had them on, Fat Joe was wearing them, and I was like, Mom, can you
Mm-hmm.
please give me a pink polo? Like I want a pink polo so bad. Like
Yes.
all of that stuff.
Baby fat.
Eh,
A lot of baby fat.
Absolutely. And then now I think it's a lot of the same people, but at the same time I'm more influenced by events and eras and things like that now more than a specific person. I might see somebody wear something and be like, "Oh, I like how that looks on them. I might like that on me," and I might mix it with something else I like. But now it's more so I'm looking at movies, music video, like old music videos, things like eras from like the 80s, 90s, or specific times in the 70s and stuff like that to build outfits. So when people see me, they're like, oh, it looks like you're from such and such. And they can see the inspiration and you can kind of create a conversation around it and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And it kind of just makes it easier to dress because it kind of creates a template. And then I just have to put
Your little
my
swag on it.
yeah, my own little modern flair on it just to make it so it's not boring or it just doesn't look outdated, if that makes sense. I kind of
Yeah.
just want to still be comfortable, still make it me, still like feel like I look good, you know what I mean? So
My sense of style has changed so much. Like, even in the last year, I would say, I've realized that like I was buying a lot of pieces I felt like weren't like of good quality, like the ones that you like wash once and then it's like, oh, a thread is
You was
missing,
buying
and
it.
then it unravels, and
You
I'm
was
like,
buying that
dang.
that quick fashion.
For a minute I was on Shein. I don't shop on Shein anymore.
Cause they got hit with that Rico.
You might just get hit with a Rico. That's really crazy. Like, when have you ever heard of a clothing brand get hit with
They deserved it.
Yeah.
I'm anti.
You know
Shein.
what?
I'm about to headbutt this bitch.
Oh, shoot.
We'll stay away from the soundboard until we figure that out.
Oh, I think I accidentally hit another button. It's all right. I think it's funny, but yeah. I try to buy pieces that are going to work for me for the long run. Like, I don't want to just buy something just because it's like, oh, it's cute, but it's like, I really have to sit and ask myself, like, are you going to wear this more than once? Am I just buying it just to buy it? I'm trying to stop doing that, because then you end up with a lot of clothes, and then you start figuring out like this isn't really your style, and then you're struggling to find things to wear when you're trying to go out and stuff like that. So I'm being a little bit more cautious about what I get and what I choose to spend my money on.
Absolutely. So I guess, where are you shopping primarily now?
I thrift a lot. I shop on Depop a lot. I talk about Depop a lot. Depop and I are besties. I love Revolve. I find a lot of good pieces on there. I don't know. As far as shopping online, I like ASOS. ASOS has a lot of good quality brands, and their prices are fairly reasonable.
Shout out to their shipping program too. It's like 2-day shipping, 1-day shipping, whatever it
Yeah,
is.
for $20
a
a year. Take advantage of that. I've been going on a lot of trips, buying things last minute, and that's been really helpful. So, yeah.
For sure. I'm a subscriber to thrifting, but I do a lot of online thrifting. So I'm rotating between like eBay, Grailed, is it what, Mercari? Sometimes I get on Mercari, like not that much, but mainly eBay, Grailed, Instagram ads for like, I love those for like small brands.
Yeah.
That's how I find a lot of smaller brands, a lot of unique stuff.
And it's like tailored to you, so it's like, all right, it's kind of cute.
Absolutely. And then streetwear, sneakers, like, once again, I use eBay for sneakers, Sneaker Politics, here in Dallas. I love Sneaker Politics. And other places I'm shopping.
Ooh, Lula Bees. They have really cute vintage clothing and antiques.
Oh yeah, Lula Bees. Where else? I think
that's also in Dallas.
I was just looking at Bodega too. They just had their semi-annual sale. Essence. If you're looking for
I
more,
love Essence.
like,
Yeah.
I always feel like Essence is doing a sale for some reason.
They always have a sale. That is true.
Or I feel like they pop up on my feed conveniently right when they're doing a sale, but I guess that's just the algorithm working.
And you can get really good designer pieces for great prices.
Absolutely. But that about wraps us up for today. This is a good little first episode. I feel like
I'm excited.
Got to talk about our plans, and I'm excited for the next one, so we can talk about some recent events and start discussing maybe having some guests on and stuff like that.
Yeah, so stay tuned. There's more coming from Tee and Mena on our podcast.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being a listener, and if you made it this far, you're a real one. Stay tuned for episode 2.
Absolutely. Love y'all.
Love you. Thanks.